Hello, regards from Vienna of Austria. I'm responding not in the usual fashion through this video. Normally I would write, but let me know if this format works for you. So I'm trying now my own attempt to answer this week's question regarding decision of the First Pan Diaspora Council to restore the Romanovs dynasty. So a starting point was that work by my former student, now a priest, Father Peter James, who actually wrote his paper in view of Pan Diaspora Council, because Metropolitan Anthony, he adamantly believed that monarchy is part of this Orthodox mindset, as they now say, phronema. And if you are a good Orthodox Christian, you are a monarchist, no questions asked. So that was his approach. Apparently, he contradicted in his genuine belief to what was proclaimed at the council. He profoundly disagreed with this. And his views in the diaspora, because of his enormous authority, became mainstream. So what happened, in my estimate, that a regional council, one group of Russian churchmen proclaimed particular views, ideology, if you wish, as part of Orthodox beliefs, but it didn't really become bounding for the rest of the Russian church, but at the same time it explains about the Russian church abroad, where we have our particular customs which gradually started to become mainstream, like receiving everyone through baptism, which contradict to the rest of the Russian church. So that's kind of our idiosyncratic reality that we exist, and monarchy would be part of this idiosyncratic reality. And so it's okay. I mean, we had St. John of Shanghai, and I'm sure our church is Orthodox Church, so it's okay to have those views. But problem starts when we start to say that those views are real Orthodox, and if you see things differently, you really need to make adjustments. So obviously, those Russians who were thrown out of Russia as a result of the civil war, by the events of the civil war, they were thrown out of Russia. They think very hard about reasons why did they lose their homeland. And one response was what is called traditional Judeo-Christian theodicia, when Israel would stray away from paths of God. The God would chastise the Israelites. So that's fine. But then also, instead of looking at profound social, political, economical reasons that, in my opinion, I counted for the blow up of the Russian Empire, because of the profound trauma that they experienced, it was much easier for the members of the council to look at basically conspirology, to bring in conspirological approaches, and basically pointing out to traditional villains, to non-Russians, to basically Russian enemies, and of course to Jews, and so on. But it didn't really serve a good service, because they were unable to really painstakingly do inventory, to analyze what happened, what were problems of the Russian Empire, why did this system survive. So that's again, this is my view, my take on this, right? You are welcome to continue discussing those things with me. So at one of the meetings of Intercouncil Assembly in Moscow, of which I'm still a member, when we used to go there to Russia, I mentioned about danger of political views, referring to Pan Diaspora Council, which became very divisive and so on. And then at the backstage, sort of after this, during coffee break, one of the priests approached me and he said, "Shame on you, you should really leave Russian Church abroad. You always speak against the Russian Church abroad." And I said, "Wait a minute, you know, I've been serving Russian Church abroad 30 years and so on." So that gives idea what kind of Russian Church abroad people expect to see, that sort of traditional Russian Church abroad. And this was priest from Russia, this because he really wanted to have like support for his views from the Russian Church abroad, for kind of like monarchists, hardcore Russian patriotic views, right? That's what he wanted to get, right? But I mean, I try to think for myself. I don't pretend to be right, but I just say what I believe is right. That's it. I'm still just a human. So that gives you an idea how it's painful or sensitive, better to say, how this issue. So please let me know once again what you think about this recording, because it's a good format to wrap up a weekly discussion. Thanks very much for everyone for participation. It was good, and I look forward to putting more time into our discussions, and I hope you're getting value out of this. So stay well. Bye-bye.